Today I'm joined by Rob Sinfield, Global Head of Product for Sage X3. We've been working with Rob for many years now, and he's been guiding the strategy for the product since 2017. He often speaks with our Sage X3 customers and our Sage X3 experts to understand feedback and feed that into the product strategy. Thanks for joining me, Rob.
Thank you for having me here in wonderful Warrington.
So why are you as passionate as we are about Sage X3?
I guess I have to start with the fantastic people that I get to work with, the colleagues. They've been working with the product, they're as passionate about it as you and I are and as Datel are. Our customers are fantastic, get to meet lots of different companies who are really changing the world. Customers who work in the food and beverage space, customers who are making medicine and nutrients that are used to help make people better. We work with hospitals, we work with so many really interesting businesses. Our ecosystem, our partners like Datel, like yourselves, are just a dream to work with, and that all makes it really exciting working with Sage X3, aside from all of the amazing things that we're doing from a technology perspective and all the innovations that we're looking to bring to our customers.
And you've been working quite a lot on the architecture of the solution. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
I can, and there's a bit of a story here. We originally were working on a big project to rewrite Sage X3 using a new technology, and we took the painful decision a couple of years ago to actually stop that because it wasn't in the best interests of our customers. It wasn't going to give them what we wanted to give them. So we went and we created a new technology platform that we've wrapped around Sage X3, and what that's done is it's allowed us to deliver a new API framework upon which we've built a variety of sort of web APIs. Now, this is very exciting because it opens up and unlocks a ton of new capabilities for us in terms of what we can do. So with that new framework that we've wrapped around Sage X3, we're able to deliver new mobile-powered apps using our mobile application framework. We're going to be able to deliver new solutions which are going to help our customers to get more out of the application in terms of interconnectivity and being able to integrate more easily with other applications. We're going to be able to deliver a new type of user experience for Sage X3, which is, again, something I'm really excited about. New dashboarding and data discovery capabilities are going to make it easier for people to surface the information that they need to run their business. So tons of new things happening, all powered by this new architecture. But the good thing for customers is they get it when they move to the latest release of the product. They will continue to get those enhancements as they go forward, and they'll be able to extract more from the application than they ever have been before.
Sounds really exciting and so aligned to our focus on integration and connectivity for Sage X3 and the business solutions that our customers rely on day to day. So deployment options is a big topic for X3 and one that we've seen evolve over time. Can you tell us what you're seeing with customers' choices around deployment?
I can do, and I'm glad you used the term deployment choice because I think that's really something that sets X3 apart from a lot of other solutions. We are a cloud solution. We can be deployed in the cloud, but it's a little bit like having it your way. Customers can choose how they want to consume the solution. They don't have to be told when, where, how, why, and what they're going to do. The beauty of X3 is that it allows you to choose whether you want it in a private cloud or you want it publicly hosted or you want to manage service through a partner like Datel, yourselves, or whether or not you want it sitting in a server room that you're looking after yourself. That's the beauty of the application is choice. What is a cloud application? By the very definition of it, it's something that you host in a cloud environment, whether that's AWS, Azure, or a third-party hosting company. It's accessible through a browser on any device at any time in any way that you want. Well, that describes Sage X3 to a T. So our customers are able to do what they want with the application. What am I seeing from customers? A lot of them are moving from having it sitting in a server room to having it managed by someone like Datel in a cloud environment. You know the application and the way the customers configured it, so who better to support them on that journey? This is one of the things that really sets X3 apart from our competitors.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that that benefit that we can bring to having that deployment plus the knowledge of the solution is really powerful for customers, and something we get a lot of feedback from customers on. So let's talk a bit about the future then. What's exciting you? What are you looking forward to? What are you seeing in the roadmap?
We're looking at how we make it easier for customers to consume new updates of the application, take on board some of these new capabilities on a more regular cadence. We're looking at how we can improve user experiences through simplification of the way that the application works, how we can continue to support global compliance, because that's accelerating. It's getting more and more difficult to operate in all of these different geographies. It's one of X3's strengths, is that you can use it in multinational environments, multi-currency, and that's a huge strength. So we need to make sure that we can preserve that. Integration, you mentioned, that is massively important, but integration without extensibility is not quite as powerful. So we're focusing on how do we unlock the power of the APIs, but also make them extensible. So if a customer does want to tailor the application using Datel services or doing it on their own with technical support from Datel, they're able to do that knowing that the application will kind of grow and evolve with them as they're going forward. And then of course, delivering new capabilities that really help our customers to double down in the industries that they're in is massively important. So I'll pick out a couple of my favorites. Number one is the extensibility program, which we've got running at the moment. Datel are a big part of it. You guys are contributing to that in a big way. That's significant in terms of how we use the APIs, how we integrate, how we deliver new types of ways of working with the application. User interface simplification is a big part of it. How do we make the application more accessible for people that are maybe visually impaired? How do we simplify screens and remove the clutter and deliver a much more modern, contemporary feel? But on top of that, how do we leverage the APIs and the new technology to open up entirely new things that we've never been able to do before? So the team right now are working on a number of different services that customers would be able to add to their X3 environment. So imagine you're a sales company and you want to be able to service your customers in a one-to-one way, and that business-to-business relationship is incredibly important. It's not the same as a business-to-consumer relationship where there may be thousands of people interacting with Shopify or Amazon or something like that. You want to actually have that human touch. We're building a new set of portal capabilities which will allow our customers to manage their customer relationships directly with their end customers, or manage their supplier relationships directly with their end suppliers through a really nice looking contemporary portal which can be customized to the needs of the business that you're interacting with. So I'm hugely excited about where we're going with that. And then of course AI, which is another big thing.
Yeah, that was something I was going to ask you about actually. So where do you see AI and automation come into X3 in the future?
It's a big focus area for Sage. We're investing massively in AI and automation. So Sage has a large group of data scientists and AI experts already working within the organization, and then we've made some very targeted acquisitions of the last sort of 18 months. About a year ago, we acquired a company called Lockstep, who have a really interesting piece of technology called Inbox. Sage's Inbox has now been incorporated into our portfolio of solutions, and we're actually working together with the Inbox team to bring that to Sage X3. And a number of our customers will start to see that surface as we deliver solutions for electronic invoicing. Those will start to surface over the next sort of 12 months. And that will initially focus on automation, being able to manage how we submit documents to government portals, etc., and remove as many of the manual steps as we need to from an AP and AR perspective. The next step will be how do we use AI scenarios, not just for the sake of having AI scenarios, but actual AI scenarios to do things like outlier detection. So if you post a general ledger journal and there's an amount of 10,000 versus the same amount of 1,000 for the last 6 quarters, the system will pick that up and it'll kind of flag that something's a little bit out of whack here. It's not quite right. how are we going to use AI to drive intelligent procurement and sourcing? So not just looking at lead time and price as variables, but using AI to evaluate quality of delivery, accuracy of delivery, quality of the goods that are delivered over price and customer demand. So it'll proactively prompt you to do that. These are all scenarios that we're actively working on right now. Looking at Sage ourselves, we use X3 internally, and I have to approve purchase orders quite often, or supplier invoices that come into Sage X3. And sometimes I'm not a regular user of the product, even though I look after the product and I'm the custodian of what we're doing. I don't use it every day. So it can be a little bit difficult for me to sometimes find what I'm looking for. But we've taken a different view on how AI and automation can help using Teams. And we've built a chatbot, a conversational AI tool called Marty McFly, which allows us to go back to the future and look at purchase orders that we've issued, see what's happening with invoices, etc. And I can even approve invoices directly from Teams. So we're using AI and automation to surface the application in the tools that people are most comfortable with. Long-winded answer, but AI is very topical at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I love the fact that a lot of what you're doing is to increase productivity and reduce that need to be digging into the detail, because AI can enable and help with that in really clever ways. It sounds really exciting. So let's talk a little bit about the relationship that you have with us and with our customers, and how that benefits you from a product strategy point of view.
Massively. So the relationship with Datel is hugely important. Datel are one of our biggest partners, not just in the UK, but in the world. And I get to meet with partners all the time. So having that closeness to yourselves is massively important. We have Datel participating in a number of sort of early access initiatives, early adopter initiatives, prototypes. We work in a closed loop way, so you guys will get access to things as soon as they're available, be able to test them, play with them, and then provide us with very, very valuable feedback. We also benefit hugely from the knowledge and know-how that you've gained over years and years of working with the product. So sometimes we're able to go and ask you about, how would you solve a problem? How would you address this challenge? How have you already done it? Because quite often you've already solved it. That in itself is priceless. But then working with Datel and your customers is hugely fulfilling as well, because we get to learn so much from each other. There are some fantastic names out there. Neom, to name one, has been a huge sort of purveyor of feedback to Sage and providing us with direction as to where we should go, how we can make the product easier to use. That just can't be replaced, and I'm so happy that we have a fantastic relationship and an open, transparent relationship to be able to share what we're doing with Datel and your customers very early in the process.
Yeah, and that feedback from customers is sort of built into the way that we work with them. So to be able to pass that on to your team and to see that come alive in the product strategy is fantastic for us. Well, thank you so much for your insight and for your advice for our customers. It's been fantastic to have you here, so thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
If you'd like to understand how Datel can help you get the most out of Sage X3, then get in touch with the team. We'd love to hear from you.